improve his leadership skills with a speech titled, Never, Ever, Ever Give Up. Please welcome the Toastmaster, Carl Patrick.
Thank you for the introduction. This morning I want to take you on a journey, not across states, but across defining moments that shaped who I am in life. When I was 11 years old, my stepdad decided to rejoin the Army. So he received orders to be stationed at the Big Red One, which was Fort Riley, Kansas. All right. Dorothy, you're not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy. So, have you ever looked back on an experience in your life and you think, well, that was a smack in life, but I'm ameliorated because of the experience? This is kind of my story. Good morning, Toastmasters and honored guests. When I moved to Kansas, well, if you've never been to Kansas, or if you've ever been on a military base, as a kid, it's great because there's free gyms and the commissary becomes your favorite store. The kids are just as anxious to make friends as you are. In fact, making friends in junior high school on an Army base is kind of like speed dating with backpacks. But being a military brat had its perks. But it came with an unpredictable routine. Just as soon as you were going to start making friends with somebody, your dad got orders to be shipped off to another place. New school, new town, and new awkward cafeteria intros. But there was something I liked about the place, something I liked about Kansas. It had school-sponsored sports, which Virginia did not at the time. And I participated in everything. Football, track, and my favorite, wrestling. And wrestling, well, it didn't just take me down, it pinned my ego to the mat. Let me paint the picture. First team meeting, Coach Stevens says, he basically puts down the law. If you quit, the rest of the team is going to give you the third degree. And this was before hazing laws were, in place. But his message was, we don't quit, ever. My first match, I was matched up against Kevin Wood. He had 7 years of wrestling experience under his belt. I had about 7 days. Yeah. My mom was in the stands. I got annihilated. I cried after the match. My coach tried to console me, but I learned a hard truth. Wrestling is no respecter of persons, and it is a jealous mistress. It only respects those who work hard. Wrestling didn't care about my feelings. It didn't even care about my potential. It only responded to consistency, blood, sweat, and tears. Wrestling taught me to own everything, to own all my wins, but also to own all my losses. No excuses, you get what you put in. Then life threw me another curveball. My stepdad, got shipped out to California for interrogator training. The rest of the family, well, we moved to a small railroading town called Harrington. Now, going to Harrington was a culture shock. It was kind of like stepping onto a set of the Beverly Hillbillies, where everybody was related and the good old boy system was firmly in place. So here I was, thrown into high school as a freshman and trying to fit in. But I had my weapon, wrestling. My first 2 matches, my coaches bumped me up 2 weight classes. I walked around at a $119. They put me in a weight class with 130 pounders. When I walked on the mat, the fans from the other team laughed because I was so scrawny. I pinned the kid. The next time I walked on the mat, you could hear a pin drop. It was kind of like one of those sports movies where the underdog comes out on top. Eventually, my father came back from California, and we moved to a town called Chapman, Kansas, home of astronaut Joe Engle. And I was really excited. I was pumped to go there because my former football coach at Fort Riley was the head wrestling coach, and he was an NCAA runner-up. But when I got there, I found out he had taken a more lucrative position at another school. So I was disappointed. Or was I? He had left all of his hammer wrestlers there, and they were Terminators, and they made me into one too. So iron sharpens iron, and I kept sharpening. After high school, I moved to Kansas. I moved to an NCAA school in Kansas, and there wrestling is not just a sport. It's not a sport at all, actually. It's a daily beatdown from national collegiately ranked wrestlers. So I would limp to class with my body aching, trying to remember in my biology class what a mitochondria was. But I kept going through blood, sweat, and tears, bad cafeteria food, but I never gave up. But I learned this simple truth. Growth doesn't come from comfort. It comes from getting pinned and getting back up. Wrestling didn't just shape my biceps. It shaped my character. It taught me self-discipline, how to handle pressure, and how to walk into a room even if people laugh and believe in my ability to rise. So Toastmasters and guests, whether you're facing a personal challenge, a career setback, or you're just trying to find your voice here at this podium, remember this: life is like wrestling. It doesn't care about how you feel. It cares about what you fight for. So dig deep, keep moving, and never, ever, ever give up. Thank you.